Are you like me and are always trying to find ways to reduce the amount of time it takes to create and edit your videos? My name is Rick Smith, creator of the YouTube channel RS Tech. I try to create videos to help people do things that they'd like to do themselves but are not quite sure how to do it. In this video, we're going to take a look at a software called FlexClip. I think you'll be amazed at what you can do with this software and how it can help you reduce your video editing time. So if you're ready to get going, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is go to the FlexClip website and just look at what's there and what they have available to use to make videos. From there, we'll do a deeper dive into things like their templates and their AI tools and how those can be used to shorten your workload but also enhance your videos. And then finally, we'll jump in and create our own video using some of these tools and just see how it goes. At the end, we'll talk about the software and tell you what I think about FlexClip as a great video editing tool. The first thing I'd like to do is spend a few minutes on talking about what a template is and just what is it that is in these and how do you edit them. So the easiest way for me to do that is I'll go to my favorites here on the left and go to the templates, and we'll grab this middle one here. It's time for adventure, explore the ordinary. So I click on customize. And we're just going to close the import media for now. And this is your editing screen. I know in your video editing softwares they have different layouts. This is the FlexClip layout. And so what you see over here to the right is the image or video that you're creating and what will show up that is from the stuff you've put in there. At the bottom is the timeline where it shows the things that you'll put into your video. Now, I should point out that, and I did mention this earlier, that FlexClip uses scenes, and you put together a bunch of scenes to create your video. Now, this template is just one scene, and you see that down here, 01, and it's 10 seconds long, and it shows below it an audio track that comes with it. So I'll just play it real quick so you see what it is, and watch the screen. You can see how the effects and the text all are rolled into this particular template. that simple text edit will now show up in my template. That's how simple it is. So for text, I guess you could also see there are several created designs that are already there that you could just drop into your video. See, it added shadow here. I'll drop that box down so you can see it. Say we want to make that that color orange, so it changes it there. You can make animation where you have it fade in and fade out. So if we watch this, here's the box that we just added. Oops, excuse me, it's not. It's right up here, shadow. And if we don't want that to start right away, we're going to move it to right here, and I can bring it back in so it only lasts until 4 seconds. So we'll play that again, and you'll see that appear. That's how easy it is to add additional text, and there's several already canned there. Your logo name, the YouTube subscribing button, several things that are in there that you can look through that rather than you creating them, you can just copy them and put them into your video. So I'm going to click on shadow so it's got the orange box around it, and then I'm going to hit my delete button, and now that's gone. Moving down here, you can create subtitles. You can let AI create them for you by watching the video, but I'll just I'll do a manual subtitle here, and I'm going to type intro, and I want it to, oops, my poor spelling, I can't talk and type, and I want this to start at 0.2 seconds and end at 5 seconds. And then I want to add a second one here that I'm going to type body, just for something not very unique, and have it start at 5 seconds and end at 7 seconds. So if we go back and look down below, here's the intro, the first blue one here, and then the second one that goes, I didn't hit enter, so it's 7 seconds. So if we go back and play this now, if you watch on the screen, you'll see an intro and body show up at the bottom. So another time saver, rather than you creating subtitles and picking out times as you move down your created video, you can plug them in here. They're all listed in order, and you can change them or change the amount of time that they are shown. And again, you can change the text with the tools above the image shown over on the right. So you've got a lot of functionality there in creating those. I'm going to delete those, so I've got the orange highlighted on body. I'll delete that and delete the intro. Okay, the next button over here is videos. Now, FlexClip has a ton of already made videos. You see all here, you can see different things. Very hard to know what to look for. But if you go back up to the top here, go back here, you can search, say, let's say drones, and hit enter. And it'll give you a bunch of videos of drones, and you can see what they're like. And you could take those, and let's say we want to add that to the timeline. So take that and we just drop it down there, and it just replaced our intro with a drone video. So we basically just covered up what the template was made from. I really like to get that back, but I wanted to show you the functionality of how you can drop in a video very simply. So if I go back and do the undo button up at the top here, where my cursor is, it goes back to the original one. So again, here's all sorts of videos you can cut. If you wanted to add a scene, if you said, let's add that drone video as a scene, if you look where my cursor is, this button will add it as a layer on top of the adventure. We'll try that first. Now you see right here, it's on top of what I had, so maybe that's a better way of doing it. So we'll make that smaller, set it up here. And so when we play the video, that will be there as well. delete that one. We'll undo that. And oops, one more. Now let's say if we go to that same one and we click on this orange plus sign, that says add to a scene. So you see the plus sign down here. It will add a new scene to our video. And it comes in afterwards. And you can see it stretched the music out to play through it. So just to give you an idea what that's like, we'll run this from there. So that's how you do that. Now I think I've hit the speed button here. If we wanted to speed that up, we'll go to 4 times and we'll play that. The video is done 4 times as fast. So you can edit that as well. So again, once I'm going to back out of that and delete it. So that's how you do videos. Images is essentially the same thing. It's got all sorts of pictures. You can see it also has a function with an AI generator to create a picture for you. And we'll look at that on a separate part of this video talking about AI tools. So videos and images you can do that way. And I'll also say that audio is the same way. Let's say we wanted to change they've got some of their own music here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this one here and drag it down onto the music down here, and we're going to change the music. Actually it didn't, it put it on top of the other one. So let me back out of there. So I come up to this music, and again, here's a plus sign we want to add to the timeline. So now it's down there, added with the other one. And so if we play our video, now you can hear I've got the other one in there, so I'm going to click on that one, and I'm going to, let's see, how do I silence it? I'm going to take this and turn the volume down, and we'll play this again, and you'll only hear the new audio. So that's how easy it is to add audio. Same as images and photos. It's very simple to upload or grab some of their music and put it right into your scenes or your entire video, depending on what you want to do. They also have a few more things here. One is called elements, and this is different shapes. I'll click on one. This puts a dot in the middle. You can see it down here. It's basically laid on a new layer above your current video, clip, scene, and it has the same icon here as it does over here. So when you look at a template and you want to see what the different layers are, if it has that, it's some kind of addition. And over in your video to the left, you'll see a blue box with the dots around it that allows you to move it around. That's another, it'll highlight that when you're on that. So we'll delete that. Well, before we do that, I'll go down here, social, if you wanted to add the YouTube emblem, it's in the middle, and you play the video here. It paints that in. And say we wanted to edit that a little bit differently. If we click on that up here, you look at the animation button up above the window, and you can change it to a zoom in. Let's try that and see what that looks like. Nope, I didn't have that clicked. Okay, what it did, it was for this one. But it gives you some tools here that you can use to edit these different functions. And the last thing are effects, and this one's a little bit different. It's basically things that you lay over the top. So let's say I want to add this one to my little clip here. And you see this icon with a star, shooting star, and it's laid an effect over the top of the video. And this one will be a paintbrush concept, so we'll just play it. Say we wanted to do golden. You see that just changed to golden, so we come back and play that. You see stars coming in and creating something special there. So that's what the effects are, and there's a whole bunch of those as well. Ink, film, lens flare, all those can be used to specialize your video to a mood that you would like to have. And again, I'm going to delete that out. And the last thing on this side menu is called Tools. And this gets into our AI-powered tools, which we'll look at next. But there's some other tools here, recording tools. You can use this to record a voice. If you have a microphone hooked up to your PC, it will create an audio track that you can then plug into any video you want, just like we did when we looked at the audio import onto your image or your scene. There's also a screen record and webcam record, or both. If you chose to have your webcam on, which I don't have, while I was doing this, you could see my face as well as see the screen at the same time. So that's a nice feature to have to record how-to tutorial like we're doing now. The final thing I want to point out here, which I didn't talk about, let's go back to our video, is if you look at this down here where it says timeline, typically when you're working on a scene, again, we only have one scene, it says scene 1 here, you work in this mode. And that way you can position these things anywhere that you want at whatever time you want. When you want to see how it looks as an entire video, you go back to this screen and you click on timeline. Now if I add a second scene here, if we go, that shows the timeline, shows the first and second scenes, but it didn't show any details. If we click on timeline, and now it's on scene 2 and there's nothing there. So when you're working on a specific scene, it's best to be in this mode where you click on, I'll go back, when you're on the timeline, you click on timeline and you select the scene you want to work on. Here's scene 1, click it to the right arrow, and then you go to scene 2. And here, if we say wanted to put an audio clip, no, let's don't do that. Let's try another video. I'm going to throw in this video, and I'm going to say add as a layer. On second thought, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to come back and say add as part of the scene. So it puts that in to my second scene. So that's what that scene looks like. Now if we click the back button here to go back to our timeline, now you see the complete video with the 2 scenes, and we'll just quickly play through that. There you go. So let's say we wanted to add another scene. You don't have to go to that scene editing section. You can click on this plus here and do the same thing we did here. We'll grab this one, and we click in the corner here that says add as a scene. Since my, before I do that, since the box is orange around scene 3, we can either drag it or click on this plus sign and it'll put it in there. Oops, it didn't. It skipped over it and added it on. If I delete that, if I come back here and I drag this down to scene 3, it drops it into scene 3. So that might be a better way to add that. So that is the general fundamental use of a template. A little bit confusing when you see all the stuff that's presented to you when you're in the scene mode. We'll go back to scene 1, which is a perfect example. But all the templates that you see in FlexClip have this kind of information on their template that you can go in and edit. Everything you see here is editable, so you can make it unique for your application. Let's take a closer look at the AI tools. Click over here on the AI tools, and it shows you popular ones, image-related AI tools, video-related AI tools, and audio. Some of these are very similar, just different media. So we'll start with the AI image. Here you can see AI image to image generator, AI text to image, AI background remover, photo restoration, object remover, face swap. I'm going to show you some of these in actual operation, but some of them, just to save time, I'm going to show you what was created when I plugged in an image. So We'll try the AI image to image generator first. And in this case, you upload an image, and then you can describe the image briefly to get more accurate results. If I click on my history, here's a couple of them that I did. I'm going to go down here first. This was a bridge in Houghton, Michigan that I made an image of. If we click on this half circle compare, here's what the picture was I submitted, and here's what the picture came out using the fantasy style CGI. Let's go take a look at another one. Here's a lighthouse. If I click on this one here, this is using watercolor. If I click on the compare, here's the original picture I uploaded, and here's what it created in watercolor. And we'll try this one here. This is using an oil painting. The picture I sent was like this, a guy fishing, and you can't see it here, they're behind the tree, but oil painting enhanced it even more. So there are various different styles. There's Christmas style, anime, paintings, which I used, 3D if you want to come up with some 3D renderings. All those are available in the AI image to image FlexClip image AI tool. There's AI text to image. This one, if you click on, we'll type in a description. We'll try hiker in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And down here we can do style. We're going to do a cinematic one this time. And we're going to do fast because we don't want to take more time to give more detail that you can get in the Pro and Ultra. So let's click on generate and see what happens to create a cinematic picture of a hiker in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And there you go. They provided you two options. If you look at over here on the left, you can make this even more options if you want. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if these are in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan or not, but for the use of what we're using AI for, it probably doesn't make a difference. Okay, so that's that one. Let's go back. Background remover I won't do. That'll take quite a while to generate. Old photo restoration, you can see what it does. AI object remover is kind of neat. I'm going to show you the history because this one took quite a while to load. You see how they have a simulation of what it does to get rid of things. But I did one here, which is a beach scene. If I click on the beach scene, this is the after picture. The before picture had this orange cone in it. So you can see it can edit things out of your pictures, which would be perfectly great for using in your videos. And so let's see, let's go back, and what else do we have here? AI face swap, I'm not going to try that one. This one's a little controversial, where you can put anybody's face in a body and create a picture. You're welcome to give it a try. There's image upscaler. There's AI photo colorizer, where you can create different colored versions. And so those are the functions you can do with photos. There's also the similar thing in video. We'll try this AI text to video. This is kind of cool. I'm going to say create video of a hiker in the Upper Peninsula. Sorry, I can't talk and type at the same time. There's different text styles you can use, but we're just going to click on generate and see what happens here. And again, what this likely will do, as we talked about using scenes, it's created scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4. See how many it created, all the way down to scene 13. So you can use any of these or all of them. So to use these, then you click on add to time frame in the upper right hand corner. You can add after existing views or replace all. Since we don't have any views, we're going to click on replace all. and it's going to create us an AI generated video of hiking in the UP. And there you go. As we described with the different scenes, scene 1, 2, 3, 4, it's created a text entry, subtitle for each deal. It's got voice and it's got music in the background. So we'll just play this and you can see what an AI generated video is.
Welcome to the breathtaking Upper Peninsula of Michigan. As we begin our hike, take in the fresh, crisp air and the scent of pine trees. The vibrant colors of the forest greet us, showcasing the beauty.
We'll stop there. It kind of gives you a flair for what kind of things they put in there. Some of them aren't really that good. But again, depending on who your audience is and what they're looking for to get out of the video, this may be enough to give us flair for hiking in the UP. So that is what you would see AI text to video. We come back to this. Well, let me click back on this again here just for reference. You can also pull a website or an article that you can plug into this, and it will create a video from the article that you touch in here. So you can paste an article content or paste a URL down here. So another way of creating a video without doing any video taking, just letting AI generate it for you. AI subtitle, this is kind of nice. Rather than going back through your video and figure out places to put subtitles, you can let AI generate it, or you can create your manual one. So we'll click on that, and we're going to say first subtitle will be introduction. We type that in, and we want it to start at, we'll say 2 seconds and run to 5 seconds. Then we have a second subtitle we want at 5 seconds to run to 7 seconds. And we'll say here, hiking trailhead. Oops. And since we don't have any videos down here, it's kind of hard to, well, first off, we got to go back up here. If we want to move this to a different place, you can slide it on here and you can see the time has changed on the location. Same thing with this one. Now, we don't have any videos down here, but I can show you what this will look like if we start from the beginning. So there you can see it'll pop in the introduction at that time, and then the next subtitle at that point. And you can do that with all your scenes. It's a great way to let people look at this and have an understanding of what you're showing them. The subtitle section here allows you to have all the subtitles shown together. So if you want to change something like the formatting of these, you can just click on each one, go over here. Let's say we want to change this to 84 in size, and we want to make it, we'll make it the background pink. And so when you look at it, you've got an introduction here that's got a background. You can do those kind of things on each one. So it's a nice tool to have to quickly generate subtitles on all your scenes that you have in your video. It's also got an upload subtitle file. If you created a file that has all those in there, it will allow you to use those. Okay, so let's go back, the tools. And there is an AI image to 3D animation that you can take a picture and it'll make up an animation. It may be a very short one, like you see here from this panda. So that's another option. The final thing is AI video script. You can tell it to create you a video script, and I'm going to type that real quick so you can see what that is. Say, provide me a video script for hiking in the Upper Peninsula. And then you hit generate. And that quickly, it's creating a description of the scene, the visual, and what the narrator is going to say. This one's going 17 different scenes. So let's say we want to take a look at that. If you look in the upper, let's see. So we go up here to AI to video, and here we've got all that narration listed, and we click generate. And so it's going to take those narrations and the scenes that were described and put together a video for it without you doing anything but giving it a suggestion on what to create in the video. And here they are. Like before, we've got separate scenes, scene 1 through 18, and each of those are listed over here. And then if we say add to timeline and replace all like we did before, it's going to create us a video. And there we go. And we're in the timeline. It comes out here. It's 1 minute and 23 seconds. We come down here and we click on the start button.
Welcome to the breathtaking Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where adventure awaits. Before we hit the trail, let's pack.
Well, obviously I've copied over the previous video we had, so I'm going to go down and mute this one so you can hear. Well, I'm just going to delete it. Let me click on that and do delete. Now we'll go back and play it. Sorry about that. So we play the video.
Welcome to the breathtaking Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where adventure awaits. Before we hit the trail, let's pack the essentials: water, snip.
So there you see, it's come up with different subjects in the video to create images and videos to talk about and put the video together. So that's the AI tool to create a script that you can then create into a video. Okay, we're quickly going to go through the audio, and one it's very much similar to the other ones. You can take a text and it'll create a speech. We'll do that real quickly just to show you how that works. It's in English language. We got Jenny as the speaker, and I'm going to say, welcome to FlexClip. I suppose I should put the punctuation in. Great video editing tool for you to create videos. Okay, so we hit, we've got speed, the voice style, and we hit generate. And so in this case, we have to save to media.
Welcome to FlexClip.
We save it to media up here.
Welcome to FlexClip, a great
is.
video editing tool for you to create videos.
So there it is. It created what I typed in a female's voice that you could put on your videos if you chose not to provide the narration yourself. AI translator, it's as you said, you can type in or copy in some text into the box and say it's in English and you want to convert it to German, and it will do that for you. Again, it'll create you an audio file of that German translation, and then you can create that media clip, that audio clip, and then paste it into a video if you'd like to have something in a different language. And here's AI audio to audio. You can see what that does. Voice Jenny, choose content, translate. It's translating audio to audio in a different language or different gender, same type of deal, another function that you can use there. Okay, so let's go back to the start here. So we've gotten through audio. One thing that we haven't looked at yet, and if I can get to that, we'll go to the AI tools. If we click on the Create Magic Tools and we scroll across here, there's a couple other features at the end. Record voice is one, so you can just talk and record a script or a text, and it will create that audio file for you. And there's also the ability to record your screen and or webcam at the same time. Now, I don't have a webcam, or I probably would have done that for this video. Rather, I chose just to show the screen grab, and so I'm recording the screen grab, and you can do the same thing using the FlexClip screen grab function here. I'll click on that. You choose screen and webcam, screen only, or webcam only. You click, we've got screen only here. We click on next step, and you want it to record the microphone and system audio. And then you click start recording. Now it tells you to make sure you share audio box to record system audio. You click got it. And you see that's right there. And so then you pick the Chrome tab. I have several open here. If I click this one, this is the one that will start recording on, and then I would work on that one. It's the first one up at the top here. And then you hit share and it'll start recording. I'm not going to do that since I'm already recording on here. So that is basically the AI tools and the special tools that they have in FlexClip to help you further improve how easy it is to create your own videos and texts and audios and voices, all those things that probably take the majority of your time creating when you're creating your video. I'm back at the FlexClip starting page, and so the easiest way to get going, like you would with any video editor, is click to create a video. We'll use the 16:9 format, and we're not going to import media right now. But we're back to this page that we saw when we were playing with this It's Time for an Adventure template. We don't have anything in ours. You look down below on the timeline, there's one scene that's listed at 5 seconds, and that's it. So what we want to do to start our video is, well, let's try this. Let's go to media. We're going to go to my cloud, and I'm going to go to the UP, and I'm going to use a video that I have right here. I'm going to drag it down to there, and this is 1 minute and 49 seconds long. I don't want it that long, so what I want to do is find a section out of this video that I want to start with. We'll start in this point here, and I'm going to do split. So this icon right here is a split, and it will split that video. Now you see two halves here. The left one I want to get rid of. I'm not going to use that. So now my video is only 1 minute and 16 seconds long. Well, now I want to find a good place to show, to clip this again. So we show the ferry leaving the dock, and I'll stop here and I'm going to do another clip. And I do this because I want to take out part of the next clip and not show it all. And I can do that by dragging these two light white dots at the beginning of this clip that's circled in orange to a place where I want it to pick up again. So we'll go to there. And so now I have a 30-second clip here and a 22-second clip there. So if you bear with me, we'll back up this. We're still on the timeline, and all we have is video clips that I've uploaded. And so if you look over here, you can see my first clip shows the ferry that is pulling away from the dock. This is the Sugar Island ferry that leaves from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, across the St. Mary's River to Sugar Island. Okay, then my video switches to that. So that's a good start. So now the first thing we want to do is we want the transition to be neater. So if you look between these two videos, there's this white box that says transitions. If you click on that, it will give you different types of transitions. There's scene, basic shape, light effect, liquid and brush, creative. I'm going to stay with basic. Let's see what else they got here. Fade and zoom. That's what I want. I want fade. So if you look at these and move your mouse cursor over them, you'll see what the fade is. Here's one that rotates it. Here's a fade color. I don't like those. Here's a simple zoom that goes into the next one. We don't want that. Let's look at cross dissolve. So I'm going to click on that, and because I had that box highlighted, it just put that in there. So let's back this up and see what that looks like. Pretty quick. So let's edit that. So you click on the translate thing, and you see here a duration button. Let's make that, we'll make it 2 seconds. And you can change how it is. This is linear, but what if we said we wanted to change how fast and quick it went in? Let's try an out arc. I don't know what that's going to look like, but we'll find out. Outsert, excuse me. And so we'll play it again. You can kind of see the transition. I don't like that one, so let's go back and click on that again. Go back to the easing. Let's just stay with linear. See what other options we have here. We don't want any sound effects, so I guess we'll stick with that. Try that again and just see how that goes. Oh, let's just a second. Let's click on that one more time. We've got linear. Let's make the duration 3 seconds. So let's play that and see how that looks. We're going to come back here a little bit. That's a smoother transition, so we'll stay with that. All right, that's the body of our video. Now we want to add an intro to this. So how do we do that? Okay, the first thing we want to do is click on Add a Scene. It's at the end. We don't want it at the end. So I go to this orange surrounded box and I drag that to the front. So it's now listed as Scene 1, this is Scene 2, and Scene 3. So what I want to do now is add a template to that. So if we go back to templates, and if I go to my favorites, here's my favorites that I want. So you see here, if I take that and I click down onto that, drag it down there. No, I guess I don't even, let's try it this way. There we go. So now it just added at the beginning. Okay, now this is when we want to get into the actual scene editing so we can change some of what's on this image. Okay, so we click on timeline, we make sure it's on scene 1, and here's everything that's there. So the first thing we're going to do is make this easier to see, and I want to go in the first text line that shows here your name, and I want to edit that, and I'm going to type in my YouTube channel. So that shows up. Hit enter. Oh, I didn't get mine clicked. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, it's there. It's showing. Oh. Okay, so now it's showing up down here as Rick Smith ALO. The next one is the subscribe button. We're not going to change that. The next one is the like button. We're not going to change that. This effect, let's look at the effect. We go back to the effects here over on the left. Well, actually, you can click over here on the left, or if you look to the right of the screen, there's a effects icon. If we click on that, then click on the effects. Now we can change that to, let's see, what do we want to do here? We'll try the lens flare one. So it now changed the lens flare to this one. It wasn't easy to see, but if you looked at this image, it shows a different thing, and we'll play it here so you can see it. Here comes the star racing across. So we'll leave that. So the next one is it's time for. I don't want to change that. I'm going to move this picture back up a little bit more. The next one is please subscribe to my channel. I'm not going to touch that. The next one down here, escape the ordinary. I want to change that. I want to make that my own. I want to say escape to the UP, or the Upper Peninsula. To the upper, and then hit enter. Oops, I don't want to hit enter because that adds a new line. And so we click back down on that line. And now you see it there. It hasn't shown up down below here. Not sure why that is, why it takes so long for that to switch over. But we'll play the video and see what it shows. Escape to the Upper Peninsula. There you go. And if you look down below now, it's changed that title to that. So that's it. We've basically changed that. One more thing I want to do now is I want to replace their background with one of my videos. So if I go to the media clip here, and I look at some of my my videos here. Let's see, what's this one? I'm going to take this one. It's called Brockway Mountain that I took while I was visiting, and I'm going to drag it down to this line down below here. Nope, I guess let's do that. I'm going to click on this button here that adds as a layer. And you'll see, let me move this up, it's added it up at the top here. That means it's covering everything below it. So I want to drag it down to the bottom. So with my mouse held down, I drag it to the bottom, and now it's added it at the bottom. So I open my screen up a little bit more. Now I want that to cover my whole screen here, so I grab these direction buttons and hold down the mouse, and I've now covered up the whole screen. Now the one thing I don't want is, if you watch this play, I have a title built into the video that I don't want, Brockway Mountain. So how do I get rid of that? Well, let's go back to the this clip here. There, let's just go back one more. We'll go back to the timeline here. And by the way, over here under the window, there's a fit button that will allow you to adjust how big this is. So if we go down here and we move along until we find the Brockway Mountain and move past it, right here, I want to split that. And then we'll drag this back to the beginning here. So when it plays, it's showing this amount to the video. I'm going to drag my video out. It was a lot longer. We'll drag it to the length of this first scene. And now we'll go back to scene 1 again. And now you'll see well, let's see, and I've got one thing up here. I need to change the duration of this. No, we want that clip to be as long as the complete scene 1, so that's good. So if we go back and start this now and play it, you'll see all those things. Whoops, got to drag that down there. Try that again. So we go back to the beginning here. And now you see that video with Brockway Mountain showing. And it runs out to the 10-second mark. So we've now added a video that is unique to our intro. So if you look at the top here, here's a button that allows you a full screen view of this video. Let's see what we've got for this scene 1. We click on the begin button here. And it shows the video we put in there rather than the one that showed the mountain range in the background. And then here's scene 2 now showing, which is the ferry pulling out from the dock. And at some point we will transition over to the second portion of the travel that we wanted to capture. There we go. So it now moves over and fades into the second part of the video clip. So we're going to hit escape to get out of that. So the next thing we want to do is add audio to it. So at the bottom here, I click the add audio button, and it takes me to my my PC. So I'm going to go to FlexClip Media. I loaded up oops, I guess I don't have that loaded there. So let's go back to my cloud. And if you look here, in my cloud, here's a video clip. You can hear it playing. I'm going to drag that down to this line. Nope, that doesn't work. Click on Add to Timeline. So we'll play it. So there we go. We've got music added to it. So now what we want to do is that's the timeline, and look at that. If we go over here and click on Fit, it will show us our complete timeline with the music playing and the video clips. Okay, one thing we didn't do was the transition here. You can see it because of the straight line between the intro and the video. So let's click on that, and we're going to do a zoom on this one for the transition so we can see how that looks. And that just seems a little fast, so we're going to click on that again. and change that to 2 seconds. Try that again. And it hopped over it a little bit because of my video compiling on my computer. This is a good point to bring up. When are you saving this? Well, it automatically saves for you. If you look up at the top here, you see Untitled. This is the name of your project. So we're going to type in UP video as a title. So it's been updated successfully. So when we go back, if we go back to the home page, we'll do that real quickly. You can see UP video. So we want to click on that to edit it again, to go back to this, and here we're back. All right, so the last thing we want to do is create an outro. And I found, if you look at my favorites here, this outro. And I want to take this and click on that. And if I click at the bottom, it's going to add as a scene at the end. Whoops, it didn't. It put it right here because I was on adventure. So we grab this one, so it's got the orange circle around it, and we drag it to the end of our video and drop it. So if we click this to fit, here it is, our video moves along, and then we have this outro. Well, let's look at our scenes. So we've got scene 4, which is the outro, and here is all the things that make up that scene. Again, I got my account. I'm going to make this bigger so we can see it. I want to change this so it reflects my account. This would be got that. And then I'm going to do that again for this one, which is Instagram. Oh, try that again. Click over on your image up here. It's hard to see when it's highlighted, so I'm going to say ampersand. Okay, whoops, and I just see that that's not right because I got 2 ampersands in there, so we're going to go backwards here. Click on that one. Delete that. There we go. Now I lost my at the end. There we go. Then I'm going to go to this one. I got to go edit that. Go to the end here. See if I got it right this time. There we go. Yep, I got an A in there. Well, we'll leave it for now. And then you see the icon for Instagram shown there. For Facebook and for Twitter, those we won't mess with. This one here is, see what that is? It's in that box. That's a video. We don't want that video, so I'm going to go back to my media, and I'm going to pick my next video. It wants me to select something for my next video, and I'm going to grab this one here and click on Add as. Or no, I'm going to take that and I'm going to drag it down to that clip, see if that works. Nope. We'll try Add as a layer. Nope, we don't want that either. Maybe if I click on this, let's try that, and we'll say Add as a layer. Nope. Oh, I know, we'll drag it right over on top of this box. Duh, I should have known that before. So now we have my video in there, which makes it personalized for this particular deal. And if we go down here, I like to change this to making tech. Oops. Try that again. Okay, so It's hard to see again. I'm going to delete the rest of this. And I want to change the text size, so I go up here to where text is. We're going to make that 72. Oop. Now I have to expand the box here, and I'm going to leave it left centered. And the last thing I want to do, here's another way to find what you want to edit. This picture here, I want to put in my website logo. So I've got the picture highlighted. I go to my cloud again, see if I can find it. I think I've got it in here. Right there, I click on that, and now I drag that. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see that. We take that and drag that right on top of that picture there, and there you go. I've got my logo built into that. So I think we've finished that. Let's go back to our timeline and see what else we got to do. Well, we're missing a transition here at the end. See the white vertical line, so we click on that, and let's see, what can we do? Let's try a fancy one. They've got a ton of these that you can pick from. We'll try the pinwheel one. Okay, so I think we're done. So let's drag this all the way back to the beginning, and then go up to this, up at the top here above your image or your window. Click the start button with the box around it, and now it's in full screen, and we'll take a look at our video. Click on start, and here we go. I should note the jumpiness here is due to my computer and its processing speed. It's a little bit slow. When you download this video, it will look fine. There you go. We have a video. I saw a couple things that I would probably clean up, but at this point, you understand the concept. The key thing, and remember on the timeline here, you've got different video scenes, which the first one was the intro. The second one was the video of the ferry crossing the St. Mary's River. Scene 3 is the next chunk that we cut out of that video to speed it up, and scene 4 is the outro that we created. This is a 4-scene video that you've created using an intro and outro template from FlexClip, and then your own video. Our final step is to export this. So let's go to the top up here where you see this black box with the arrow. We click export. So you've got several export settings. In this case, it's a video. We're not exporting an audio or an image. I always put it on 4K because I will have 4K videos sometimes. We want the quality high. You've got different levels there. And then we hit the export button. So now it will go through and render this video before you do anything with it. And as I mentioned, I tried to talk over the video, but when you're watching the video play with that full screen, if you don't have a high-powered video card, sometimes it can look jumpy, not to mention the fact that we're connected to an internet website, so you have to take in the connection speed from the internet that you're on to determine the clarity of watching that thing in real time. When we get done with this one, I'll play it, and then you can see that it looks fine. None of that jumpiness is there. Okay, so just quickly, I'll play a little bit of the video so you can see how well it looks. I'll move it ahead a little bit here. And there you go. See, it looks great once you get it processed and rendered. Okay, so now what do you do with this? Well, there's a few things you can do. You can make a link to the FlexClip spot where your video resides. You can make it public, or you can make it private. You can enable download, so you can download it, or you can share it to social media. If you wanted to go directly to YouTube, it would download that to your, or take it and put it on your YouTube. In this case, let's click on download video. So if I click on download, you can see up here, it's downloading it to my download folder on my PC. So if I go click on my File Explorer here, and I'm going to open up Downloads, double click on that, and here it is, this top one. I'll play it again just to show you that it's there. And I won't play it any farther. So basically, we've downloaded a video that we created, and we could have shared it as a public link to friends, or we could put it into YouTube. It gives you all that flexibility built into the FlexClip website and video editing software. Pretty slick way of providing you already created templates that simplify you creating those in your video creation process, and basically allowing you to edit those clips to make them as you need. Not to mention the fact it allows you to add your own video, your own audio, and your own images to your liking. So there you have it, an online demonstration of the FlexClip software. So what'd you think of it? Well, here's my take. I totally agree that this is a way to reduce the amount of time it takes for you to create and edit your videos. If you think about what it takes to put the positioning of all the text, the fade ins and fade outs, all the things that you see in the templates that are provided by FlexClip, have those all done for you, and then simply just edit the text or import your video or images or soundtracks into that template, and you're done. It definitely saves setting up, particularly my intros and my outros, and it also provides features in your actual video clips that you put in there. You can put transitions in, you can add text in, just like you would in your own video editing tool. So I believe this software will help you speed up your video editing time. Now, of course, it takes a little to get used to. I played with this for a few days just to understand how the software works, and I'll admit that the concept of using scenes was different than I was used to when I did my own video editing. But once I got used to how those scenes worked and how they hooked together and how you could edit those, it became very easy to use. I think you should give it a try. Now, I should note that FlexClip is not free. There are some things you can do for free, but to take full advantage of what this software offers you in terms of the templates they have, and particularly the AI tools, background removal from pictures, creating audio from text that you write, changing languages, all those things are pretty neat to have at your convenience when you're creating your own videos. there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments section. And please subscribe to my RS Tech YouTube channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. And stay tuned for my next RS Tech video.